Trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. From the gun, Winston. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And out now come the Cowboys. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Callaway, the return man. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit. We're not even at halftime.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott flush to his right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Now Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. With them losing here in the 2nd quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open, Amari Cooper. Touchdown! Amari Cooper, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half. Bailey got the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. And Winston lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. It's taken to the 26. And now headed the other way. They're across midfield. A pretty good return, all things considered, but hold it.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Sean McKeon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the route is on here in this first half. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Callaway, the return man. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Final play of the half here, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks. Back for the second half of Thursday Night Football in just a moment. But first, the bye weeks are over. We've got a full slate of 16 games once again. So let's give everybody a look ahead at what's to come here in Week 13. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins as they get set to take on the visiting New York Giants. Taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Then, on Sunday night, a big...
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. This is Tony Pollard. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Let's see what our player spotlight feature has in store with Dak Prescott. And Charles, he's already north of 300 yards in this game. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A first down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. On second down, Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Out to his left. Still going. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. 67 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Oh, that's the way.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. He gets away from 1. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Flush to his right. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
That's on Lyle Collins, free agent signee who was originally thought of as a first-round draft pick. 3rd and long for Prescott. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt. Okay.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is... Quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Micah Parsons racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or
very
lights
quickly.
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken at the 15.
Receiving team.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 86 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Elliott. Elliott a 1st down and more. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They keep on the ground with Elliott. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Don't you do that.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Gallup now on the end around. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott going to take a shot for Gallup. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. An incredible play there on 4th down in their own territory.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. That time a 6-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Randy Gregory able to record his 5th sack of the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Winston. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Holding offense.
So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 11 now. They go to Elliott again. 108 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a fourth down.
Hey, give them credit. That's a good, solid game there in the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Saints will have the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Fielded at about the 28.
Holding receiving team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.